All right, this is the pre-market prep. I'm going to get started here in just a minute. Hey, what's up, Matt? What's up, Tyrone? What's up, Smoking? What's up, Brandon? Thank you guys for joining. I'm going to give it just one more minute to let some other people join the stream, and then I'll get started. Hello, what's up, everyone? Hey, what's up, everyone? How are you guys? Thank you for joining. Hello, hello. I apologize. I only speak English. So for those of you who are English speaking, all right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to do a mute check so I can go ahead and get started. Okay. So everyone who's unmute, can you please mute your mics so I can get started? All right. So this is the pre-market prep. My name is Ace. And today we're talking about Tesla. So I'm going to focus on, here's the format. I'm going to cover what I did yesterday as far as my day trade. Then after that, I'm going to talk about any red and orange folder news that could potentially impact the market both negatively and positively. Then I'll take a look at any Tesla specific news that could also impact the market negatively or positively. After that, then I'll go ahead and jump into my strategy for the session today. All right, so based on today, I'm going to adjust my camera. So for those of you on TikTok, you could take a look and see this more clearly. Let me zoom in just a little bit more. Oops. All right, so in the pre-market today, Tesla is up 0.49%, as you can see here today. Currently, we're sitting at 320 and change. We just jumped to 321 currently in the pre-market. Yesterday, we closed at 319 and change. We were down 0.70% when we closed yesterday. Okay, so let's take a quick look at my results, my day trading results yesterday. All right. As you can see, currently I'm sitting at a P&L of 7.4K. Let me adjust my camera for those of you on TikTok. You can see my results for the week. Currently, let me zoom in for those of you on TikTok. Give me just a second here. All right, so this week so far, I've earned 1.1K, almost 1.2K. Last week, I earned 2.2K. And the week before that, I earned $12.60. My goal is to take you guys behind the veil of day trading to show you the ups, the downs, the good, the bad, everything in between. Okay. I want to be 1000% transparent. I discovered a mentor. This guy is only 24 years of age, people. He's only 24 years of age. Okay. And I'm 46 large.
Where you from?
Me, I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
I'm from Philippines.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, I know a couple of people over there in the Philippines. In the military, I also knew I had a couple of friends in the military who were from the Philippines as well. Um, so yeah, so today, as you can see, I'm just going to do a quick recap of my trading results for this week. Yesterday, I earned $241. Let me adjust this for those of you on TikTok so you can see this better. All right, so yesterday I earned $241. The day before that, I earned $542. The day before that, on the 15th, was $38. And on Monday was $373. Okay, so you can see only a couple of trades per day. I'm looking for specific trades that match my particular strategy, which is a simple breakout and retest strategy. All right, this strategy is not complicated at all. This is a very simple strategy that anyone can use if you're interested in learning this strategy to make money. You only need as little as $100. Okay. You only need as little as $100. Do not let people deceive you and tell you that you need a lot of money to day trade. You do not. Okay. And don't let people deceive you and tell you that it is too expensive and it's too complicated to learn how to day trade. It is not. I have been day trading for the past 3 months consistently. I have been day trading consistently for the past 3 months, and you can already see my results as I've showed you here this week or this month. So already this month, I'm already up a little bit over 3,000. Last month, I made $5,000. Okay. So if I switch to the calendar view, you can see my results for last month. I'll zoom in so you guys can see this clearly on TikTok. All right, so last month I earned 2.2K, $12.60, $682. Lost one trade. So only took one trade this week, which was one loss, $1,000. So I took the rest of the week to evaluate that trade carefully to make sure I don't repeat any mistakes. And then the week prior to that, I made 4.4K and then 2.3K in the beginning of the week. So what I'm going to do now is jump into any red and orange folder news that could potentially impact the markets today. And the website that I use to check this scheduled news is forexfactory.com. Let me adjust this so you guys can see this website. Forexfactory.com. This is the website. It's a free website. Anyone can go here and you can check out any scheduled red and orange folder news. All right. As you can see, we don't have any news today coming in at 7:30. We do have some orange folder news coming in at 9 a.m. And this is the consumer sentiment and inflation expectations. This is important to keep abreast of what scheduled news can drop that can potentially impact the markets, both negatively and positively. Okay. So I'll keep an eye out on that coming into today when this news drops at 9 a.m. All right. So let's take a quick look at any Tesla specific news that could impact Tesla today. All right. And what I'm going to show you is this platform is called TradingView. This is also a free platform, tradingview.com. Tradingview.com. All right. This is a free platform where you can check the charts for any stock that you may be interested in trading. And to navigate to Tesla specific news, there's a link here in the chart where I can open up Tesla specific news. It'll open up a new tab. On the new tab, you see Tesla here, and there's a couple of tabs here, one of which is news. All right, so you have the news tab. You just simply click on the news tab, and all the news headings that you see here below is Tesla specific news. Okay, so all I do is I quickly skim over the Tesla headlines to see if there's any potential news that has dropped recently that could potentially impact Tesla, both negatively or positively. And as you can see, it'll show you when the news dropped. Okay, so this news dropped 15 minutes ago, 7 hours ago, and so on. Okay, so all I do again is I quickly skim over the news to see if I see anything that could potentially impact Tesla today. So give me a moment. I'm just going to read over some of these really quick. Tesla stock Heads for a weekly gain. Why this China graphite tariff could affect EV prices. Markets reach new closing highs. Tesla Model Y is dropping. May boost China's sales only marginally. Okay. The weekend AI, cheap house robots, and pricey Manhattan projects. Nope. Update Lucid takes on Tesla's robo-taxi. Stock jumps on self-driving partnership with Uber. All right, so this is something interesting. It looks like there might be some sort of deal that just occurred with Uber. So let's check this out and see if this is something that we should be looking at today. Update Lucid takes on Tesla's robo taxi. Stock jumps on self driving partnership with Uber. So, what happened? Shares of luxury vehicle maker Lucid. Oh, so Lucid soared today after the company announced a self driving partnership with Uber. Okay, so this is not Tesla, this is Lucid. All right, so let's see what they say about Tesla. Tesla launched a robo-taxi service in Austin. We know this already on June 22nd. Alphabet's Waymo competes more than 250,000 self-driving cabs. Waymo and Uber also collaborate on robo-taxi service. These are Tesla's competitors, but they are not outperforming Tesla. Okay, Tesla has more tests, more robo taxis, more driving hours, and Tesla is using cheaper technology. So we'll keep an eye out on that to see who takes the lead in the robo taxi service. But again, I want to remind you all that Tesla is transitioning from an automaker, EV automaker, to a tech based company or tech driven company. Its first arm is automotive. Its second arm is energy. It's 10% energy. And thirdly, is transitioning over to AI. So Robotaxi, the Robotaxi service that it offers is a application of its AI based or AI driven technology. Okay. So keep an eye out on that. All right. I don't see any other news that could impact Tesla today. I checked out these other ones already, so I don't see anything else that's of interest. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into Tesla and take a look at the Tesla chart and see what's going on with Tesla so far. Let me refresh. All right, so let me zoom out. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Did you have a question? Okay. Well, let me go ahead and continue. What I'm looking for coming into today, take a look here. Let's see. Like I said, we have Orange Folder News dropping at 9 a.m. I'm going to remove these. I'm going to remove these lines so that it's not distracting to you guys. Let's see here. So let me zoom in just a little bit. I'm going to jump over to the 15-minute chart. And we're going to take a look at Tesla. This is Tesla's performance in the pre-market so far. Here's the activity that we had yesterday. Okay, as you can see, Tesla was very choppy yesterday. I did take this trade. Let me go to my dashboard. I did take a loss on Tesla yesterday because it was a little bit choppy. So I didn't take too many contracts. As you can see, I only bought 3 contracts, which were $342 each. I only bought 3 contracts. So the total position was $1,000, and I ended up losing 140 or $160, something like that. Okay, but the next trade that I took was Robinhood, and you can see I bought 15 contracts. Each contract cost only $193. Okay, so I did make money on that particular contract. The total position was 2,700, and my exit was 33.1K. All right. So with Tesla yesterday, you can see we had some choppy activity. So that's why I kind of lost some money there. But that's okay. We're going to take a look and see what Tesla's doing today currently. Now, for the breakout and retest strategy, it's a very simple strategy. As you can see, I have two yellow lines drawn out here and a green and red line drawn out above and below. All right. These lines, this first yellow line is called the pre-market high. This is the highest point that the stock has rose in the pre-market session today. And the pre-market low is the lowest point here that the stock has moved today. Okay, so we have the lowest and the highest point the stock has moved within the pre-market today. Okay, now what I'll be looking for is the reaction off of either of these key levels. As you can see, the stock is closer to the pre-market high, so we're going to ignore the previous day high and the previous day low for now. Okay, we're going to ignore these two zones. What I'm checking for when the market opens at 8:30 a.m. is the reaction off of this key level here and this key level here. Here's what I'm looking for. If buyers step in aggressively, what I'd be looking for is for buyers to step in and push the stock higher. And then we look for a simple retest back to the pre-market high. We need to come at, near, or slightly below this key level. Okay. So what we will be looking for is buyers to step in at this zone to see if buyers are going to hold this key level, the pre-market high of 321.51. All right. If buyers step in aggressively, this is where we enter our position. All right. We will enter our position here. If buyers step in, where are we looking for this stock to go? Okay, we want to exit at the pre-market high, all right, at the high of day. So this is very simple, people. If buyers step in aggressively when the market opens, I'm going to redraw this again. If buyers step in aggressively at the open, we'll look for a retest back to this key level. If buyers step in and hold this key level, we're looking to exit at the high of day. All right. So we'll look for buyers to step in aggressively to push the price back up towards high of day. All right. The other thing that could happen is the other thing that could happen. Can you guys do a mute check so you don't distract other people? All right. The other thing that could happen is sellers could step in aggressively to push the stock lower. Okay, what will we be looking for? The same thing, but in reverse. We're looking for the retest back to this pre-market high. All right. What we'll be looking for here is if sellers hold this zone, to continue pushing the stock lower. Okay. If sellers step in aggressively to push the stock lower, what are we looking for? Low of day. Okay. We'll be looking to exit at low of day. So we enter our position here and then we exit at low of day. All right. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave your questions in the comment section or DM me, and I will be certain to answer each of your questions. Okay. Now, the other thing that could happen. Yes, Bobby. Do you have a question? Okay, I'm gonna mute you guys so I can continue this pre-market prep. All right, so the other thing that could happen is sellers could continue to push the stock heavy, okay? The same way they did yesterday. All right, notice at the open, sellers stepped in aggressively to push the stock lower. So the same thing could happen today. Now, what we would be looking for if sellers continue to push the stock lower is a retest back to this key level. All right. We will be looking for a retest back to this key level. This is the pre-market low of 319.64. All right. So if sellers continue to push the stock lower, we'll be looking for a retest back to this zone to see if sellers hold this zone for continuation or push down to the previous day low. If sellers step in aggressively at this zone, we will look to enter our position here. Okay. And when we look to exit, we'll look to exit at one zone here, which is the low of day. And the second zone would be here. If the stock continues to be pushed lower, if sellers continue to push the stock lower. Okay. So we have two zones potentially. Same thing that happened yesterday. Notice sellers stepped in aggressively at the open, pushed the stock lower, but we had a retest back to this zone here. Okay. We had a retest back to this zone. Once sellers continue to step in here on this candle to push the stock lower, we had a second retest back to this zone. Okay. And then sellers continue to step in aggressively at this zone to push the stock lower, as you can see here. Buyers did try to step in, but sellers stepped in more aggressively to continue to push the stock lower. That's the same thing that we look for every single day, people. This is not rocket science, okay? This is not rocket science. So coming into today, if buyers step in aggressively, we'll look for the reaction off of the pre-market high. I'm just going to do a quick recap. We'll look for the reaction off of the pre-market high to see if buyers are going to step in or if sellers are going to step in to push the stock lower. If buyers step in aggressively to push the stock higher, then what we'll see is we'll see a slight pullback, a slight pullback. That pullback should retest at or near this zone. Okay. What we're looking for is buyers to hold this zone so that the price doesn't fall lower. All right. If buyers do hold this zone and step in aggressively to push the stock higher, then we will look to enter our position here. All right. Our first exit level, let me redraw this. Our first exit level is the high of day. All right. So either the sellers will step in aggressively and push the stock lower. In that case, we'll look for a retest back to this zone. If sellers hold this key zone and continue to push the stock lower, that's fine. Our exit is low of day. All right. Same thing that happened yesterday. Oops. Let me go back. Same thing that happened yesterday. Notice, let me activate my drawing tool again. Sellers stepped in aggressively to push the stock lower. We waited for a retest back to this zone. Here's where you would enter on this purple down close candle here for continuation toward the downside. This would be considered low of day. This is when you would have exit the position. Okay. So with that said, that's what I'll be looking for coming until today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop your questions in the comment section or DM me and I will answer your questions. Today, I will be going live with my mentor at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Okay, 8:30 a.m. Central, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I'll be going live with my mentor today with the market when the market opens. Okay, if you guys are interested, you can see my mentor demonstrate the simple breakout of retest strategy in action, live in action. So you don't want to miss this if you're interested. If you can't catch the live, if you can't catch the live stream, that's okay. Just DM me that you want the live replay, that you want the live replay, and I'll share the video with you once the live session ends. Okay. So if you're interested, I will share that video with you if you can't catch the live stream. All right. Now, before I close, I do want to show you my mentor's results. I do want to show you my mentor's results for this past week. Let me zoom in for you guys on TikTok. So you can see his results uh, this week. Oops. All right. So yesterday, Oh man, hold on. Sorry guys. Wrong thing. Okay, so yesterday my mentor made 11.9K. All right, 11.9K. The 16th, July 16th, my mentor made 10.8K. Okay, almost $11,000. The 15th, he made over $8,000. The 14th, he made a little over $6,000. On the 11th, he made $20,000. On the ninth, he lost 7,000. On the 8th, he made 22,000. I don't know. Can you guys see that? He made 22,000. On the 3rd, he made 2.2K. And on the 2nd, he made 8.7K. And on the 1st, he made it close to $6,000. Okay. So again, I'll be going live with him on or today at 8:30 a.m. Central, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is my mentor. He's only 24 years of age. He's a multimillionaire. He made over 75,000 last week, and you can see he's already over 50,000 this week. He made 350,000 between the month of May and June alone. Okay, he's only 24 years of age. He's been practicing trading for the past 7 years. You can already see my results. You can see my results. I've made so far within the past 3 months trading live with him 7.4 thousand. All right, almost $8,000. Okay, within the last 3 months. All right, so this is no joke. You can see that I've been learning progressively for, if I zoom in here, you can see my equity curve. I've been learning from him real time. So I've made some mistakes. Obviously, I was as low as negative $3,000 on this account here, as you guys can see. And now look at the results since I've been learning with him. Okay, you can see my equity curve has just been growing. So currently it's currently sitting at 7.4K. All right. So if you want to catch that live with my mentor to watch the simple breakout and retest strategy in the stock market today, live in the stock market today, don't miss this live session at 8:30 a.m. Central, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Okay. If you can't catch the live, again, don't worry. Just direct message me that you want that live replay with my mentor, and I'll share that video with you. Okay. He goes live on a Zoom call with his Discord community, and it's hundreds to thousands of people just like us that's asking all sorts of questions and watching him trade this simple strategy live. It's amazing to watch, people. It is. It really is amazing to watch. I'm 46 years old. Okay. This guy is only 24. I do not mind learning from younger people. I don't mind learning from anyone who has already demonstrated that, that they know what they're doing and they know what they're talking about. So if you don't want to miss that live, you can catch it at 8:30 a.m. Central, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Okay. If you can't catch the live stream, then just DM me that you want the live replay, and I will send you the video. I will send you the video. Okay. All you have to do is DM me. All right, guys. I'm gonna end the Zoom. I'm gonna end the live this live stream now. I'm gonna drop the mic right here. If you have any questions, feel free to drop your questions in the comment section or leave your questions in the DM. Just DM me your questions, and I'll be certain to answer all of your questions. I will not leave you hanging, I promise. All right, everyone. I'm going to drop the live here.